What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Scoreboard for Monday, June 21st, 2021. I am your host, Eric Soonblad, and we have a heck of a show in store for you as things have been absolutely epic up here in Eagle County in regards to sports. We have multiple teams and schools in the playoffs. We just had the recent GoPro Mountain Games happen last weekend. I don't know if any of you went to the Mountain Games, but that event was an absolute head turner, from yoga slacklining to freestyle kayaking, guys doing flips in the river. That was wild. Stand-up paddleboarding, races down the Gore Creek from East Vail all the way to the International Bridge in Maine Vail Village. The cross-country trail run, that was wild. 7.3 miles on a mountain, up Vail Mountain, around Vail Mountain, and back down into the village. That was wild. Returning competitor Joseph Gray actually won again this year. He has won for 6 or 7 seasons. Joseph Gray is an incredible athlete out of Colorado Springs. I was extremely impressed with the Bosch e-biking challenge. So that was a race on just electric bicycles. That was super fun to watch. And of course, everybody's favorite event, the Dock Dogs. We're going to have a little bit more about the Dock Dogs in this show. Today's edition of the Scoreboard, we're going to be running you through your Battle Mountain Huskies versus your Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers in the final regular season game for the Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers. It was Battle Mountain Huskies senior night, so a great celebration for those kids. We'll see how that game turned out for them, though. And we're going to move on to Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers in the first round of the playoffs against the Lutheran Lions, a front range team from Denver. How will our high altitude champions fare against the larger schools coming up to the mountains? And then finally, we're going to close things out with a look at Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers soccer in the playoffs against the DSST Green Valley Ranch Raptors. Plus, we're going to hang out with Maddie Evans, take a peek at her favorite event in the GoPro Mountain Games, the Dock Dogs Challenge. So stay tuned, everybody. We're going to take a short break and come back with a look at the Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers against the Battle Mountain Huskies. Welcome back to the Scoreboard, friends. We've got a busy show in store for you, so without any further ado, let's jump into the Battle Mountain Huskies versus the Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers in the final regular season game of the season for the Gore Rangers and the second to last regular season game of the season for your Battle Mountain Huskies. And this was senior night for the Battle Mountain Huskies, the packed stadium full of fans, getting loud, getting on their feet, getting excited to hopefully watch their Huskies win. But of course, the Gore Rangers had different ideas in terms of how this game was going to play out. Without further ado, let's get into it. Taking a look here first, wanting to celebrate the seniors for your Battle Mountain Huskies. They all did great, had a wonderful year. Remember playing under very unique circumstances as they are playing post-graduation, which is something that rarely happens, but you know, Vail Mountain School, despite that celebration from the Huskies, opens things up with a big goal there. The Huskies would try to mount a comeback. It was a fairly tight first quarter. Things were a bit back and forth. Here we go, Battle Mountain Huskies score a goal there. Things got quite physical. You could see the camera shaking from people stomping on the stands. Boom! Big shot at center field. That actually ended up being a penalty, I believe, for instigation, as there was some bit of trash talking going on after that hit. Battle Mountain here working the ball up to the point, down to the side field, and this coming up play is really indicative of what ended up costing Battle Mountain. Just kind of casual mental mistakes. Here we see him flubbing a pass, and Vail Mountain School would take advantage of every mistake that Battle Mountain made. There we go, up to the point, boom, snipe from Vail Mountain School, and they would not let up from there. Here we see them working their classic play, constantly in motion from behind the net, up to the point, down to behind the net, working things around, keeping those passing lanes open, keeping Battle Mountain School players guessing, and sniping it over the shoulder of the goalie. More fun here for Vail Mountain School. Not so much fun if you're a Battle Mountain Huskies fan, but this was a potential lesson against a greater team. I think that's the biggest takeaway here for the Battle Mountain Huskies. Final score ended up being 8-4. Vail Mountain School over the Battle Mountain Huskies. And I was able to speak with Coach Connor Compton of the Battle Mountain Huskies after the game. Boy, that was a big hit up there at center field, and Vail Mountain just takes it away, runs down the side, couple shimmy moves, and boom. So, as I said, 8-4, Vail Mountain School over Battle Mountain Huskies, but I was able to speak with Coach Connor Compton, and let's get his thoughts. I am here after a tough loss for the Battle Mountain Huskies against the Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers with Connor Compton, their head coach. Connor, you know, tough loss tonight, but from what I've seen of Vail Mountain School, they are a quality team. So you can never really be too upset about losing to a good team, you know?
We say that if we hold them to 8, we should give ourselves a chance to win. Final score was 8-4. Our boys just needed to execute on offense a little bit better, but you're right, that is a very good team.
Yeah, you made some good pushes in the fourth quarter too. Like that's when it started to seem like we were going to see some momentum go in the Huskies' favor, but you know, they have a good goalie on the other side, it looked like.
They have a great goalie, and a big shout out to our senior, Blue Barnett, number 19. Kind of put the team on his back, got everybody focused up for the remaining final 5, and then just really kind of demonstrated what it takes to be a senior and a leader.
Excellent. I mean, that's what these sports are all about. You know, what kind of growth can you make as an adult, and what kind of foundation can you build here? So you got one more game left after this one, an away game.
We're playing Steamboat at Steamboat Saturday morning, which is the last day of the season. Then we let the chips fall and try to figure out if we have a record that's good enough for playoffs or not.
So still potential for playoffs, though.
Hopefully,
yeah,
fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Going to be tough with Eagle Valley and VMS beating us these last 2 nights, but there's always a little bit of hope there.
Yeah, always keep hope, right? So you got some seniors leaving. What's kind of next for next year?
Well, we're really excited. One of the big blows with COVID for us was losing an entire season of play.
Yep.
So on our team, even the seniors had never been starters on varsity. So I'm very excited about the future for our program. We've got freshmen, sophomore, juniors who all had big roles this year, and will all have varsity experience going into next year.
I heard some talk in the stands that next year is going to be really exciting. You've got some great young offensive talent coming up.
A lot of good guys in the pipeline. We've had a great JV team this year. It'll be a battle with Eagle Valley and VMS and probably Steamboat for all the years to come, but that's the beauty of playing this league. Yeah. You don't have to travel far for good competition.
Yeah, absolutely. Lacrosse is huge up here. Well, thanks for joining me tonight, Connor. Good luck against Steamboat in the coming days, and fingers crossed you make the playoffs. And
fingers crossed.
Can't wait to cover you guys more.
Thank you very much.
Awesome. Tune in for more with the Scoreboard. Tough loss there for the Battle Mountain Huskies, but as Connor Compton indicated in that interview, you can never be too disappointed losing to such a good team. And Vail Mountain School did have a wonderful season, as did your Battle Mountain Huskies. The Huskies went on to lose their next game, the final regular season game of the season, to the Steamboat Sailors, so they were out of the playoffs. But Vail Mountain School, after beating the Battle Mountain Huskies, continued on into the playoffs. And their first playoff game of the season was against the Lutheran Lions, a front range team from down in Denver, making their way up to the Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers Stadium for a lovely Tuesday evening game. It was a gorgeous evening out there on their field. And let's see how the Gore Rangers fared against a larger Front Range school. If you're a fan of the Gore Rangers, I've got some good news for you. All right, here we go for the opening face-off with your Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers against the Lutheran Lions. Both teams had a fairly similar play style, very fast, wanting to move the ball. Again, getting that players in motion, try to open up their passing lanes. A lot of work from the top of the net. Top of the point down to below the net and back up. Lutheran early in the game using their speed here along the side field. Lutheran did open up the scoring, but that did not last very long for them, as Vail Mountain School would get their bearings, get their feet under them, and start really pulling away from it later on in the game. Maybe Lutheran came out with the burst of speed early, but the altitude started getting to them. And after that first Lutheran goal, we're going to move on to more Vail Mountain School goals. So here we see them working the puck, or rather the ball, down the side of the field, out to the slot, boom, right over the shoulder of the Lutheran goalie. That was a great goal from Vail Mountain School, and it was just a fabulous game to have watched in the evening sunshine. They did a heck of a job, kind of ended up putting on a clinic for Lutheran. Lutheran held strong in the first quarter, but did not keep things up after that. And there we just saw another Vail Mountain School goal, and this clip or this highlight reel is just going to be pure love for Vail Mountain School, as they just crushed it against the Lutheran Lions. Look at them moving the ball over the point there, and just boom, another snipe over the shoulder. There we go, work it from the low corner out to the slot, boom, another goal. This is a great highlight. I just get to keep saying boom, goal, boom, goal. I love it. Keep it up. Vail Mountain rush through the center. There it is. Big swing, and it hits right into the net, crushing down the field, out to the slot. A little shimmy shake, back up to the point, let things open up a bit, pass it off to the slot. Oh, and that was indicative of how the game went for the Lutheran Lions, as he took one right to the face there. We had a couple superstar players that I wanted to chat with after the game. We've got Peter Hughes and Nick Kerwood that we're going to be speaking with. And these two players, Peter Hughes scored a hat trick. Nick Kerwood had 2 goals. They are both juniors for the Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers, so they will be back next year. And as Nick said, they've got ice in their veins, and they're looking to get the ring on the finger. They were hyped after this game against Lutheran, so let's hear what Peter and Nick had to say. Incredible 17-7 victory. I am here with Peter Hughes and Nick Kerwood, 2-goal scorer, 3-goal scorer for a hat trick. Boys, tell me, how do you think you came out and just dominated Lutheran so hard?
We were coming off a big win against Battle Mountain, and the boys were dialed in, so we just did what we knew how to do, what the coaches told us to do, and we got the result.
All I gotta say is we ain't done till I see a ring on this finger.
Yeah, baby. Cheyenne Mountain up next week.
Yeah.
You guys started looking ahead to that, or were you focused purely on Lutheran for this week?
We only started focusing on that game when the whistle for this game to end happened, and we're looking forward to that game, and we think we can win it.
With the speed that you guys bring, I'm going to say you guys are going to lower altitude. You're going to have the endurance advantage. I think it's all up there for you.
I agree. I think it's going to be a good game, and I think we can win it, and the boys are staying committed and buying in, and I think it's going to be a great game.
Any particular game plan you guys were working here? You seem to just be so much faster, and the ball movement from like point to low to point really working out well for you.
For sure, I mean, big moments, playoff games, we always come through. Got the ice vein, ice gene, clutch gene, always.
Yeah, goalie's certainly super clutch too.
Natty Ice,
Yeah.
best goalie in the world.
Yeah, I'll reiterate that. Ice in our veins, best goalie in the world, and just all-around solid lacrosse team.
Awesome. Boys, thank you so much. Congratulations again. Go get them.
so much,
Go get
sir.
Cheyenne. Heck yeah. Anders Fogel from Vail Mountain School, Gore Rangers. Tell me your thoughts about this victory. You guys looked fast out there.
This was such a fun night. I thought we played really well. I thought the boys competed. I thought we put our hearts into the game, and that's what VMS lacrosse is. You know, you put your heart into the game, and if you show up with the willingness to work and practice, then we're going to give you the tools and give you those things to succeed. And this team has bought in, and I think we're seeing that result on the field.
Yeah, I hear the words motion coming from the bench a ton, and it seems like every time I hear that, I see so much action from the point to the slot to just really opening up lanes. Is that part of your game, or is that just the boys out there seeing open lanes and going for it?
Yeah, I mean, some of it, we always say we have an offense, we don't run plays, right? And so we want to give them a structure that they can use to access their creativity as players. And so a lot of it is, them creating on their own with some ideas from us. But we really just want to put our guys into spots where, they can move the ball, and lots of ball movement and lots of passing and dodging, and you get goals.
Yeah, I would say going down down in elevation to face Cheyenne. If you keep that speed and that movement up, you guys have some great chances.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. I mean, we're just really happy about tonight. Tomorrow we're gonna, just continue with our work and practice, get better, get nice and dialed, and then go take on Cheyenne and see how we do.
Heck yeah, we'll keep the killer instinct alive, keep pumping goals in, and best of luck Thursday, Anders.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Awesome, man.
Thank
Have
you.
a great night. And thank you for watching The Scoreboard. Last weekend in Vail Village were the annual GoPro Mountain Games, and these games bring in a bevy of world-class athletes across a wide range of sports: stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking, slacklining, fly fishing, mountain biking, disc golf, just every action sport imaginable. But one of my favorites, and one of my Good Morning Vail co-host favorites, Maddie Evans, are the Dock Dogs competitions. And I'm excited to have Maddie join us and give us a little bit of a rundown on how this year's Dock Dogs events fared. Maddie, what did you have to think about the Dock Dogs?
Thanks, Eric. You're right. I do love the Dock Dog competition at the GoPro Mountain Games. And something else that they did this year is the Canine Super Wall, which is absolutely insane to me. These dogs are such athletes. Who knew that the GoPro Mountain Games not only had such competitive human athletes, but some insane canine athletes as well? And as we take a look at this video, you can see some of these dogs are competing their hardest, and then some of them are like, nope, I am so good on this, Mom. I'm not doing this. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the participation award, but we're out. So this is the Canine Super Wall, and you can see that was no issue at all for that cute little mini Australian Shepherd. And here it goes again multiple times. This dog is just climbing that wall, but the wall is only going to get more intense. This is one of those dogs that just has no problem jumping up that height. And as that wall starts to get bigger and bigger, we'll see those dogs kind of maybe struggle a little bit, but I'm pretty excited about some of them. This is one of those ones that was like, no, Mom, I can't do this. I just don't think I can make it up there. Please just hold me. And then they even go to the extent to switch the parents that are on the wall so that maybe the mom can coax that dog to come up, and it is still like, no, guys, I'm not having any of this. I'm too scared. I don't understand what you want me to do. And this wall is getting higher and higher, and this dog is thinking about it. It's just a little puppy, but it's not going to do it. It's backing out on this one. It's like, I can't handle this. It's too high. Maybe the first couple it got, but then that wall just kept getting higher and higher, and you can see that little whippet just climb right up that wall, no problem. They use their front paws and their back legs to just grip on and rip their bodies up and over. It's so impressive. Oh my gosh. I like that they have a spotter. That makes me feel better. And then the dogs long jump. Here we go. Some of them making it pretty far. The winner, I think, of this competition got 25 feet total distance, and it's this golden retriever right here. Oh my gosh, so happy to be doing it. I don't know if you guys were there, but these Goldens were so happy to do their job. They were like wiggling their tails and spinning in circles. Oh, and just a little plop on that guy, but a speedy swimmer, making a lot of splashes, trying to make its way to the toy to win in the dueling dogs. This is a really fun competition to watch as well. And then the next jump on this one, you can see that dog just take off. Wait for it, it's coming. Oh my gosh, here they go. That golden retriever just takes off and then starts swimming so quickly. This is such a fun event. Make sure that if you didn't make it out this year to GoPro Mountain Games, you make it out next year. One of the greatest events at the GoPro Mountain Games, but one of many, because there are so many that happen. So make sure that you check it out next year. But watching all of those puppies really made me miss mine. So I think I'm going to take off. Eric, back to you.
Welcome back to the Scoreboard. We're going to close things out here with a look at Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers girls soccer program. We've got two games in store for you today with the Gore Rangers. First against the DSST Raptors from the Front Range, and second against the Westminster Academy Wildcats, again from the Front Range. And since the Gore Rangers are in the playoffs, if I'm talking about two games, that must mean good things for at least one of them, right? Before we get into it, just wanted to share an interesting fact about the Vail Mountain School Gore Rangers. You'll notice their primary colors are typically blue and white, but in the playoffs, they're wearing orange. Well, this is because their coach Bob Bandino liked to model his soccer style off of the Dutch program. And the Dutch, or the Netherlands, were the smallest country to get into the World Cup. And since Vail Mountain School is such a small school, every year during the playoffs they have embraced that Dutch-Netherlands mentality and wear orange similar to the Dutch. So that's a super cool fact that I learned about the Gore Rangers that I wanted to share with all of you. And without further ado, let's get into those highlights first against the DSST Raptors. Well, here we go, opening face-off against the DSST Raptors, and from the first kick of the ball, it was apparent that Vail Mountain School was the better team. They had great ball possession. They continued to box out the other team and just make short little passes. No big long stretches, no long amount of dribbling the soccer ball, just quick, short, accurate passes. Little deeks like that one from Liv Moritz. And then the goals started pouring in. Goal 1, boom. Goal 2, boom. Goal 3, boom. And what soccer game would be complete without a gorgeous header ball? And here we go, cross the goal, bonk, in we go. This game would finish up 8-0 for the Gore Rangers. And here we move on against the Academy from Westminster, the Wildcats. This just happened Saturday evening, 5:30 after a little rainstorm in Vail. This was a very tightly matched game, but the Gore Rangers' speed definitely showed out. Here we've got Kirsty Moritz really showing her speed all game as that front winger constantly blasting down the inboards, trying to get those breakaway shots. Here's Kirsty again, getting a little bit of speed, getting a little bit of deacon, passing the ball off to her sister Leave. Another little box pass, but you know, nothing going there. Here we go. Kirsty crossed the net, just missed the target. Another one trying for that header just like the last game. Just missed. And we're getting about halfway through the second half here now. And boom! Goal. Now the Gore Rangers are up 1-0 late in the second half against the Wildcats. The Wildcats started pushing, and they tied it right there with about 2 minutes left in the game. And so we move to overtime. And overtime in the playoffs, it's consecutive 15-minute periods until somebody scores. Well, luckily, about 10 minutes into the first overtime period, the Gore Rangers got some good news, some great news in the form of a long ball that just squeaked by the goalie. There's Liv Moritz making the pass off. Here we go, little dribble, little deke off, little pass. Yeah, there we go. And they would win 2-1 in overtime. It was an awesome game to be at. There's your final handshake line as the Gore Rangers move on to face Colorado Academy on Wednesday night. And I was able to speak with two great players from the Gore Rangers, EK and Molly. EK and Molly, let's chat with you about the game. After a thrilling overtime victory here with the Vail Mountain Gore Rangers girls soccer team, I've got Molly and EK. Yo, high fives. Congratulations. That was killer, guys. Tell me about what was this game like for you? I feel like you guys were controlling play just until the last little few minutes there, but run me through what this game was like.
This was one of the first really challenging games we played, so I think it was a good test of our ability to step up and play. Yeah,
no emotional letdown, which is sometimes prone to happening after you're in the lead and then they tie it up. Like, you just want to, it's no good. But you guys came back in overtime.
Yeah, I know a lot of our players, especially the two younger ones that scored, Kirsty and Saul, they were super nervous before the game, but they were able to pull it off, so
okay.
Super
and
exciting.
After they got that goal back, everyone just looked around and was like, let's get fired up again.
Yeah.
So instead of the emotional letdown, it fired you guys up.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
That's the championship mentality. That's what you got to take to keep advancing in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So what's next after this big win?
We play Colorado Academy on Wednesday at
Okay.
Cherry Creek.
Okay. Big school.
Yeah, very
Big
big
school.
Big spotlight down there.
Stadium, yeah.
Yeah. You guys ready? Do you have some game film on them?
I don't know. We
I
just
mean-
got to finish on and focus on the next training session.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. It seems like your coach keeps you guys pretty level-headed out there too.
Yeah, he's the best.
Awesome.
Yeah, we tried.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, guys. Thank you so much. Good luck down in Cherry Creek with the Academy. And rock on. High fives again.
you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And thank you for watching The Scoreboard. Well, thanks for tuning in to the inaugural episode of The Scoreboard. I certainly had a blast covering all these great teams from Vail Mountain School and the Battle Mountain Huskies. I'm looking forward to expanding to Eagle Valley School. Also had a blast covering the GoPro Mountain Games, and I can't wait to bring you more Eagle County sports coverage each and every week. And a special thanks to Emma Kate Burns, Molly Blakesley, Peter Hughes, and Nick Kerwood for joining me, giving me some great after the game interviews on The Scoreboard. Make sure to tune in each and every Monday at 6 p.m. because if you can't catch the score, you can always catch The Scoreboard.